Okay, so this is a racing mower update. Cut the pulleys off to weld new pulleys on. But still waiting for the funds to get the two pulleys. I thought I'd do a video on how to set up a gas pedal with a bicycle brake cable. Basically, you need a piece of pipe that the size of that hole. Then you mount it on the footboard right here, anywhere you feel comfortable with using it. And whenever you want the full throttle on the mower to be touching the handle to be touching the brake pedal. And then you just run the cable. That isn't the cable, that's just a wire. Run the cable out the cable fitting and over the back of the engine. You have to walk around a bunch of stuff to that little hole right below the governor linkage. In fact, it's full throttle, so I can't hit the governor linkage. Just hook it right there. There's a hole right there, and to bolt a piece of metal up that you can kind of at an angle like that to use as a cable stop. And then you attach a spring, drill another hole, attach another spring to like the clip for the choke. So that way the throttle will return. Or you remove the governor gear on the inside of the motor, and then just tie a spring to that, to the main arm, and tie a spring to that, and then hook your gas pedal up to that fitting, and then just use that to bypass the governor. And if you have an electric choke, get a universal choke cable. This one's one for a different motor, and you run it over this. Yours wouldn't have this unless if it's a plastic intake. And if you have one of these brackets, you just run the choke cable through this clamp over to this butterfly, the carburetor, to get a manual choke. If not, then there should be a little mold in the intake to do the same thing. It's kind of dark in here, so it's not being a good video quality. But then what you do is you fully push in the clutch to get all strain off the belt. You pull the choke all the way out. You just give it like half throttle or so and push the start button or whatever you're running for a starter, and then it should start up. Because if you don't have the clutch in, then it can put some strain on the starter. And that's the way how to bypass the governor, or if you remove the governor, then to do that on those engines. Then if you're doing an opposed twin setup, you just basically zip tie or bolt something through this little fitting right here to go over to the governor linkage. Right there's the butterfly right there, and you just, I can't get my finger in there, right there. You have to undo that little piece from the plastic bit, and then just run your cable straight to that, and with the spring to return it to idle, and then run it out that way to your gas pedal. I might just got my hand filthy. Or another way you can do it on either one of those is remove the governor, the whole assembly and everything, and then just, this one isn't a good example. You take your butterfly would be on here on the single cylinders, like the one over there on the racing mower. But you get this little eyelet. Let me turn the engine to the riding position. You get this little screw, which should be on top of here on the different carburetors. You run that spring to like this fitting. You drill a hole in that fitting and do a spring in it. And then you run your cable from it back around to the gas pedal to also bypass the governor. So that's my idea on the gas pedal. Hope you guys enjoyed.